My name's David Wood. I'm chair of London Futurists, which means I'm always keen to have discussions with people about the possible radical scenarios we're going to hit in the near-term future. My friend Calum Chace was invited to speak here, and he kindly suggested I would come along too. I'm going to be talking about the future of disruption. Disruption means that you think you know what you're doing, but suddenly there's a new trend comes along and changes your world. So the particular disruptions I'm going to focus on are new technologies. So new technologies enable smarter, more nimble companies to do the same thing that existing companies do, often more cheaply, often in more dramatic ways. An example is that the newspaper industry has been disrupted by online advertising so that people no longer spend so much money advertising in newspapers. Another example is Blockbuster Video Store, which has gone out of business because it wasn't ready to cope with people obtaining films by mail order and subsequently downloading them. So these are two examples of disruption, but I'm going to talk about many more and plant seeds in people's minds about how their own businesses that they're in today might be disrupted in the relatively near term, or more positively, how people might create new businesses to take advantage of disruptive opportunities. So this shouldn't just be entertainment. It's not just a bit of fun. It is all of these things, but more than that, it's very serious for the future of business. It's also serious in many ways for the future of what it means to be human, because as this technology comes more inside our bodies, it means that we're going to be smarter than before, we're going to be potentially kinder than before. So it's actually a very big thing and maybe scary, but let's not be intimidated. Let's have this discussion properly. The biggest thing that I think people need to get their heads around is the increasing rate of change. In the last 10 years, we've seen remarkable changes. I mean, 10 years ago, there was no Facebook, in Britain at least. 10 years ago, there was no YouTube, no Wikipedia, there was no iPads. All of these things we got used to in the last 10 years, but the next 10 years is going to be even more change, more dramatic, because there are more engineers working on things from around the world. There are more entrepreneurs starting companies with lower overheads than ever before, passing ideas around the world. And so if you think there's been a lot of changes in the last 10 years, I have to say, you ain't seen nothing yet.
My name's Calum Chace, and I'm here at Creative Capital at the Hospital Club to talk about exponential growth in the power of artificial intelligence. That's an idea which has enormous implications, including widespread technological unemployment and the possibility of artificial general intelligence. These ideas are, I think, the most important ideas in the world today, and that's why I wrote a book called Pandora's Brain, to help get more people talking about them and taking them seriously. One of the interesting concepts I'll be talking about is the counterintuitive nature of exponential growth. For instance, if you take one step, you will travel 1 meter, and if you take 30 steps, you'll travel 30 meters. If you could take 30 exponential steps, so that your first step was 1 meter, your second step was 2 meters, your third step was 4, and your fourth was 8, and so on, do you have any idea how far you would go? In fact, it would take you to the moon. In fact, the moon you would reach after 29 steps. The 30th step would bring you right back to Earth. That's an illustration of the astonishing power of exponential growth. This is my first time at the Creative Capital event, and I'm really looking forward to the discussion. And of course, I'm really looking forward to plugging my book.
So I want to thank the organisers of this event here at the Hospital Club. It's great that they have managed to bring such a good audience together. I'm looking forward to the conversation continuing. So all the best. Thank you.
Ta-ta for now. Please don't use that one.